guys can see from the title, this will be a wedding dress review. Okay, so for this video, I'm just going to go over the simple things that you guys will need to create this dress. I'm not going to show you guys how to create this dress. I'm going to go over the simple things and the materials that you guys will need to actually recreate this dress or any similar dress. From the neck to waist, from the waist to knee, this is your typical mermaid style dress. For the materials, I've used beaded lace, I've used white mesh. Here in the center, there are iridescent stones. And again, here are some iridescent appliques. Again, iridescent stones. And the base fabric here is just a neoprene. For those of you guys who also follow me on YouTube and who follow me on my sewing group and on Snapchat and on Instagram, you guys know I'm a diehard fan of satin elastic bias tape. So I'm going to turn this baby around. The bottom has a lot of tulle. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys that too. So as you guys can see, the back is strapless. So for those of you who have this question, how I created this top, the question is I actually draped the top because I did not want two side seams. So I took my mesh and I placed it across this mannequin and I just stretched it out and I cut the shape myself. I did not want the seam on the sides. For those of you guys who have created a backless dress like this before with seams on the side, that is okay. I just didn't want seams on the side. And again, this is the zipper. And if you guys can see via video, I'm not too sure if you guys can see, there are pins here because unfortunately I'm not done. I'm gonna go ahead and zoom in. So yes, as you guys can see, the zipper is here. The pins are here because I'm not done with this dress. I'm going to go ahead and add some more stones as well to the back. I may even add some stones on the satin elastic bias tape going all the way up. And I just want you guys just to see the detail. So this is just your basic lace. A lot of you guys have been asking me on a sewing group, you know, Anita, how did you get the front to be so clean? When you guys have a basic lace that you guys buy, wow. Anyway, when you guys see a basic lace in a store, it's a regular yard of fabric. And when you get the yard of fabric in your hands, make sure you guys look at the hem of the fabric. So this piece right here that's giving you this nice curvy edge, that is the hem of the fabric. So I just cut the hem, reversed it inside out, and put this on the inside of the gown. So I moved in the camera a little bit closer so you guys can see the detail. So this here is the inside or the hem of your basic lace that I placed to cover her breasts and just to have a little bit of the sheer opening in the front. And also, yes, all these stones are placed one by one. So one stone, one stone, one stone, one stone. All of these stones that you guys can see on the inside, they have also been placed one by one. Now, I know a lot of you guys may be asking me how come I don't have that many like here or here, because as you guys know, when dealing with lace, there aren't that many open areas enough for the size to fit the stones, but no worries. I also have a different color iridescent stone that I'm gonna put in between. So this client in particular with this dress, she's gonna have two different kinds of iridescent stones to give her more bling. Now, when it comes to this next part, this neck part here is not even sewn on. I'm gonna go ahead and take this off. And that's what it looks like. So she can have it like this if she wants it, but my client is very gaudy. She's very blingy and very cute. She's so cute. So she wants this to go here and cover in the neck. So I'm actually not going to do it like this. I'm actually going to cut this in half because I don't like the way it's sitting on her neck. I think it will be very uncomfortable. So I'm going to actually just take some of this, cut them in pieces, and then I'm going to hand sew this. So no, I'm not going to glue this on. I'm going to hand sew this because these are appliques, not stones. And when you're dealing with a neck or a wrist, something that you use all the time and you're dancing, you don't want to glue that because you don't want your garment or your client to be dancing and something comes off and pops off. That's just not cool. So this I'm going to glue. I'm going to sew. I'm going to go ahead and turn her to the back again. And also, as you guys can see, this part here is not done. So the best thing to use for this area up here is going to be a nice clean hook and eye. So This is gonna connect right here. It's gonna be a hook and eye, or you guys can also use one of them fancy buttons, or one of them, you know, just white closures, which I think I'm gonna do. I didn't even think about that. Just getting a closure with the button, you know, the ones you see on blazers. I'm gonna put that here, so she won't have to like be uncomfortable. It's just 1, 2, 3, and I can use my sewing machine for that. As you guys can see, right here on the side seam is the same thing as the top part. I just used the basic beaded lace. I used the hem and placed that here to give her body some curves. Again, I used some of the stones to go in and out. Again, these stones are placed one by one. There are also some stones on the inside, and I used the lace exactly the way it was. I didn't cut this out. I didn't make this shape. This is exactly the way it was. So it kind of like goes towards her body and scoops her body in, and I love that effect. So I'm just loving this dress and the way it is looking right now. Here are some more appliques. So these are also not sewn yet. So I'm gonna go ahead and sew these on, and then I'm gonna get more of these stones and place them in this area, in this area. And if she wants, I'm gonna ask her, or she also asked me to use my best judgment. I'm also gonna maybe put some stones on the tulle. I'm not too sure. I don't want it to be too tacky, but I still want it to read bridal. I'm gonna show you guys. This is the bottom of the dress. So for those of you who are curious, this bottom of the dress, I've used my basic circle skirt pattern, and I also followed my very own method of the tulle gathered skirt tutorial that you guys have seen before on my channel, and it's done in layers. And as you guys know, if I pick up the layers, there is a neoprene lining. So yes, I'm using neoprene for her lining, so none of the tulle will be scratching against her skin. And underneath, I've used horsehair. This is optional. You can use horsehair, you don't have to, but this just gives it structure so that when she walks, it kind of like helps her, you know, walk and kick her legs a little bit. And then the layers are perfectly fine. So if they're too long, I can always have my client come for a fitting when she comes to pick it up, and then while she has the dress on, I can cut some layers on her. So right now from the video, whoops, be very careful when it comes to tulle. So right now from the video, you guys can actually see the lining, but my client is 4'11", so she's my height. She's very small. So what you see right now in the video, this white part right here, is gonna be right here when she's in the dress because she's very short. And guys, remember, you don't always want to cut the lining exactly to the floor. You always want the lining about 1 inch or 2 inches above where she wants it, so she doesn't trip over the lining. She needs to be comfortable when she's walking, and remember, she has heels. So when she comes in for a fitting or a try on, make sure she tries on the dress with the actual shoes, and make sure the shoes are the right height. Always ask your client that. Is this the right height you want? You know, always be cautious of that. Now I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys the back of this train. Whoa. This is a very, very long, dramatic train. She wanted, and she told me she didn't care how long her train was. I don't even know how long this train is because I didn't even measure. I just knew that when she came for her consultation, she wanted a 60 inches plus gown. So the lining for underneath is 60 inches, but then the tulle goes beyond that. So all she told me was she wanted something dramatic, something very long. And again, you guys can see that this is the lining, and the lining and the tulle is connected together. But the one thing you guys must remember, if your client comes to a fitting or a pickup or whatever, make sure she has somebody with her, so that whoever is her helper, her dresser, her bridesmaids, they need to see how to fluff out your wedding gown, because it's very difficult. I mean, it's simple, but it's very difficult. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys how to fluff out your tulle gown. Make sure she's not stepping on the dress with her heels. And fluff out the dress. Make sure everything is positioned. Make sure you tell your client, this is how you fluff it out. This is how you bring it out. This is how you steam it. And again, this may look like it's a lot of work. It is a lot of work dealing with the tool. But again, I only use my basic skirt pattern for this. I followed my very own tool skirt method. All you guys need to do is do your center front, whatever length she needs to, which hits the floor. And then your center back needs to be 40, 50, 60 inches long. And then you'll sew your tool. Again, you start at the bottom and go around and go up and go up and go up and go up. But I did one thing different this time, and I think I like it. With this part right here, I did something a little bit different. So as you guys know, I work in a bridal salon, and they have a lot of tricks that I like. And when it comes to being, you know, a fashion designer, you want things to be perfect. So I looked through one of the dresses, and one of the methods was different, and I wanted to try it, and it looks kind of different, so it's cool. So as you guys can see, I'm gonna open it up a little bit. Can you guys see that? So this is the neoprene. I took my circle skirt pattern and I sewed it from top to bottom. So that way it looks like it's falling over, so that the bottom of the train is long, but then this part right here, where from her butt down is, it's a little bit shorter. She's a short girl, so I don't want her just drowning in just a bunch of tulle. I want her to be comfortable as well. You also, guys, you must tell your clients they need a steamer, because all of this does need to be steamed. Make sure you guys aren't putting any holes in the tulle. Make sure when your tulle's on a mannequin like this, make sure it's not underneath the wheel, because then the tulle can get dirty, or if you pull it, the tulle can rip. So just remember that this is a wedding dress. You have to treat this with care. Make sure your hands are clean. Make sure if you need to wear gloves. Make sure you treat this like it's your baby, and the more bling, the better. If it's in her budget, remember that. And also remember that every time you bring out this dress, it's gonna look different. Tulle is just something you have to get used to. Tulle does its own thing. Tulle is very fun, it's very classy, but it can be a lot of work. So when you guys are working with tulle, make sure you guys have enough space. My body was like, oh my god, this is so much tulle. So yes, I wanted to show you guys from this angle. Here's the bottom of the tulle, and as you pan up, this will be the dress. And again, that back piece right there is not finished, like I told you guys earlier in the video, but it's super pretty. Let me go around. And just the side view is just like really amazing. Like just look at, whoop, almost fell. But just look at that like side view. It was beautiful. See that, guys? So beautiful. And again, this wedding gown was made just by draping the bodice, which is here, using your basic skirt and your basic circle skirt. And this dress is super amazing. If you guys like this dress, give it a thumbs up. If you guys want me to do a wedding dress fitting video, please leave some brides in the comments, the emoji brides. Please leave that below in the comments, and I will be happy to do a fitting video when she comes. Is my wedding review on how to make a wedding gown. It looks very difficult. It can be very difficult, but like I told you before, just with using your basic patterns, basic knowledge, don't overthink, don't overstress. You guys can definitely create your very own personalized wedding gown. And if you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you guys want to see a fitting again with the bride, leave it below in the comments with the emoji bride. And if you guys just love me, give it a thumbs up. If you guys haven't subscribed, please do so. Also, and again, for those of you who have been donating to Classic Royalty, I just want to say thank you, because YouTube can be a VRTCH sometimes, but for those of you who have been donating, it just makes me want to go harder. It makes me want to, give you guys more videos. And again, if you guys haven't donated, all the info is below in the description box. And I highly appreciate you guys, and I hope that you really like this dress. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. I highly appreciate you guys, and I will see you again later.